Hello, I'm Bill Peterson, a Minnesota probate attorney. One of the questions that comes up frequently with clients is, what about the job? What is the job of an executor or personal representative of an estate? A person who is in charge of administering the estate is called the personal representative or executor. They mean the same thing. Because more people have heard of the term executor, I'll use that title for the position. The personal records of the decedent should be examined to be sure that all accounts are properly identified for administration in the estate. If there is a will or trust, that should be located. If the decedent had a safe deposit box, that should be opened and inventoried as soon as possible to locate any possible estate plan documents and assets of the decedent. The executor should collect the property, accounts, and personal possessions of the decedent. If the assets need to be secured or managed so that they are profitable during the probate process, the executor should see to those things. The executor should contact the decedent's employer and Social Security administrations to be sure that the lifetime benefits are terminated and that any death benefits are applied for. Creditors of the decedent should be notified. Anyone who owed money to the decedent should be informed that they now owe it to the estate. When claims are filed by creditors, the executor needs to decide whether each claim is valid or whether it should be rejected. Like all of the duties of the executor, he has a prescribed time in which he must do and act on each item. The executor of an estate is what we call a fiduciary. What this means is that the executor has a high degree of responsibility to the heirs and to the creditors. The executor must keep careful records of all assets and expenses of the estate. He should provide that the assets are profitably invested. A separate estate bank account should be opened. Now, the executor cannot mix his assets with those of the estate. And except in limited circumstances, the executor should not hire himself or his personal businesses to perform the responsibilities of estate administration. Once the assets are collected, the bills paid, and such assets as are sold as need to be, the executor is ready to prepare the final account and propose distribution of inheritances. There are 17 tasks which the executor must perform in fulfilling his duties, from filing of the probate to the final accounting and distributions. As an attorney experienced in probate, I can help see that those things are done as promptly and with as little inconvenience as possible to you and to your family. Our office has a free guidebook to help executors administer the estate. If you'd like a copy, send us an email with your request. I'm Bill Peterson, Minnesota probate attorney. I hope this information has been helpful for you and for your family.